Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, that's Your Education Institute. So today we are going to start the part 2 of chapter number 1, Cultural Heritage or Heritage of India. In the previous chapter we have learned about the part 1, and in which we have learned about nature heritage and about cultural heritage. So today we are here to learn about the various type of tribe which came to India. The various type of tribe have came to India including Dravidians, and there are total 6 more tribes which came even before Dravidians. So let's start with the various type of tribe. The first is Hapsi people or Negroid. Hapsi people belongs to Africa and they came to India via Balochistan. If we talk about their physical appearance, they were having height of 4 to 5 feet, were in black in color and were having black hair. The next tribe which come to India is Asiloids. They are also known as Nishad people, which came from Southeast Asia. And if we talk about their physical appearance, they were black skin with broad hair, flat nose, short in height. They came even after Nishad, and after Aryans came, started calling them Nishad. Earlier, they used to known as asteroids. If we want to know about the origin of the tribe, they were like Kol, Munda, Kashi tribes of Assam and tribes of Nicobar and Myanmar. They have similarities to asteroids. So there are chances that they belong to that asteroids. If if we talk about the contribution of this tribe, so they have given a lot of things like clay utensils, cotton clothes, and many other skills, and even they have given us so many religious beliefs. The next people which came to India were Dravidians. Dravidians were here since Stone Age and they were considered to be creator of Mohenjo-daro. Dravidians basically survived in North, but and they have taught us so many things like taught the concept of mother as goddess and father as god. After this concept, we started considering Parvati as mother and Shiva as father. They have even teach us that the nature is the gift of Dravidians. So because of them only we have started worshipping the natures. Because of them we have started worshipping the god with Dhoop and Deep. After that we have started praying the animals like god like the vehicle of the god, like animals. And after coming of the Aryan, because of the dominance of Aryans, Dravidians later shifted to South Africa. And the family system which Dravidians follow are the matriarchal system. There are various type of Dravidian language like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam. So the main contribution of Dravidian is the the worshipping with the Dhoop Deep, and you can say worshipping of animals and nature. Apart from that, they have even taught us the art of building boat, raft, weaving, spinning, dyeing, and so many things. So apart from that, there are other tribes like Mongoloids, Alpine, Dinaric, and Armenoids. So let's start with the Mongoloid. Mongoloid are the people that came from North China via Tibet, and they have settled in the Assam, and that's why we can see some similarity in Assam people like yellow complexion, flat face, chubby cheeks, almond shaped eyes, and a lot of people. And one of the important question: why are Mongoloid known as Kirit? Kirits, they are known as Kirit because of having yellow complexion. So just mark this question. This can come for your 1 marker. Now, I hope this is clear. Let's go to the next topic. The next is Alpine, Dinaric, and Armenoids. This all people migrated from Central Asia, and all these tribes are somewhat similar. So we are not going to learn about in brief about this, and we can easily say these tribes easily are found in large number in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Bengal, Odisha. So this was the completion of Alpine, Dinaric, and Armenoids. Now the Aryans, one of the important topic for 3 marks. Earlier Aryans were known as Nordic Aryans, and they come with the culture called Hindus. They come with so many names like Sapta Sindhu was religion name, Aryavrata, and so many things. Aryavrata was the region which was developed by Aryans. So if we count it like that, it started from Mithila, that is Bihar in east, up to south in Vidyanchal during post-Vedic period. So just imagine the how wide their culture, or you can say how wide was the kingdom spread. It was also known as Bharat Bhumi, Bharat Khand, Bharat Varsh, and the king was named after Arya Bharat or Bharat Kul tribe. Now, as the Dravidians, Aryan were also nature lover, and they used to worship trees, rivers, mountains, sun, wind, and rain. Even the hymns which we used to worship nowadays, they are the gift of Aryans. So in the course time, they also taught us the rituals of Vedas, performing yagnas, and many other things. So if we talk about the major contribution of iron, that is performing yagnas and hymning of riches. This is the main contribution. After this, they have also taught us the prosperous culture and heritage. So this was about the Aryans. So in short, we can say India is various, you can say various combination of various type of tribes, and that's why India is known as, you can say कि it's full of cultural thing. Now the last topic of this chapter is preservation and conservation of heritage, which is I don't think it's need to be discussed here. There are some basic things which you need to talk daily. So if we discuss the points, it's like to understand the importance of harmless culture. अब उसको कैसे मेंटेन करना है, पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी को अच्छे से प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहिए, वायलेंस नहीं करना चाहिए, एंड सो ऑन. So like there are so many points, so you can add on some points on your end. Even there is what we can say, इंडियन जो हेरिटेज है वो डेवलपमेंट क्यों चल रहा है, बिकॉज इंडियन पीपल उसको टाइम टू टाइम प्रिजर्व करता जा रहा है और हम लोग नेचर को अपना गिफ्ट देते जा रहे हैं. दैट्स वाई इंडिया इज़ द सोशल इकोनॉमिकल पॉलिटिकल एंड कल्चरल फील्ड developed country. So this was the completion of chapter. Thank you. I hope the chapter is clear to you. So do like, share and subscribe our channel and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.